Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. Welcome to My Time to Journal, an untrained person playing with lots of art supplies and having fun. Join me.
Please ignore the beer can, but the crazy possum is back in the trash can. I do not see any babies, so I hope she's got them tucked under her or they're in her pouch. She was moving around, but she's back, so we're going to have to tip the trash can for her again. Okay, we're going to switch tactics here a little bit. I'm looking in this map for Central California, and I can't find it. And I realize I've already torn it out because right there is a little bit of a fringe, and the city where I grew up in is missing, just across the Golden Gate Bridge. So anyhow, I found a cutout or a pop out of Yosemite. That corner is Yosemite. So, and I was trying to show you the fire started down in the south and it's moving northwest. Now, these are oak tree leaves out of my yard, which is on the East Coast in South Carolina. And look, I found this Van Gogh brochure from our local museum. Right before COVID, we did a trip. Our art group did a trip down there because they had a Van Gogh, people who were inspired by Van Gogh exhibit. And it was really cool. Anyhow, okay, leaves. So I saw somebody tracing leaves and doing rubbings, and I thought, oh, that would be fun to do with pine needles. And I'm like, no, I don't think pine needles, just their makeup and structure would not be interesting, although I find them fascinating. I don't know why. But they're beautiful. Nature's beautiful. That's why. I decided to take an old piece of paper from this children's activity book. Yes, it has a wolf written on it with a dot-to-dot thing. And I'm taking green and I'm trying to go over it lightly without poking holes in the leaf, but trying to get the markings out of the leaf. Now, I haven't done a rubbing in a very long time, especially on nature. I think I've done it like at the last time I did a rubbing was probably, well, maybe not, of any importance was at, in New York City at, oh my gosh, where all the immigrants came in. Because my great-great-grandfather was there. I think he was great-great. Anyhow, we had, as a family, had his name included on the wall of remembrance or whatever they call it there. And I did a rubbing and made a picture of it. And maybe I'll include a picture of it here because now I have that because my grandmother's gone and my mom is gone. Anyhow, it was my grandmother's dad, I believe. Okay, so anyhow, they didn't exactly show up, so then I'm trying to fake it with doing it on top and tracing it and maybe adding in colored pencils and more colored pencils in different colors, and it didn't turn out museum ready, but I'm not disappointed in how it turned out, and it looks fine in my journal page. And that was the whole entire goal. And I did it on an oak leaf because there are other trees in Yosemite National Park that are in danger because of the current fire there, the Washburn fire. And if you haven't seen the videos from this latest series, I think this is number 9. I started to do this journal as a tribute to Edgar Allan Poe. I know. Because I had this great idea to do poetry and mix Poe with trees. Well, I couldn't execute it, and so I went along this path and a junk journal thinking I could like practice my execution on it, and that didn't work either. And then the fire in Yosemite started, so I was like, my tree needs to be redwood trees or sequoia trees or Yosemite Park National Park's trees. And that's the road it's headed down. Now it might lead to another journal. This is how this happens. And I like working like this. And yes, I planned to do these tree rubbings because I obviously took the leaves out of the tree this morning as we were having coffee along the water and discovered the possum again. But I couldn't. So I'm morphing into other trees around the park or other items that are in danger by the fire. And I kind of then started elaborating my trees manually, my leaves, with Copic markers and trying to just faintly in and amongst the dot-to-dot of the children's book. But I love this faded paper. Speaking of faded old paper, I bought By Bun's latest class. Not sponsored, not affiliated, nothing, just a fan. yesterday she had a Etsy update, and it was a new class, and it's mini zines, and it is wonderful. Even though I know how to make them, I know what they mean, I know how to construct them. She gives so many great tips, and to be able to take a class from somebody that's in LA, me on the East Coast, probably is never going to happen, but I can do it virtually, and it is awesome. Anyhow, she uses a lot of antique paper, so I'm like, okay, my leaves need to go on. This is not antique, but it is aged paper. I think it was from the 80s. Oh, maybe that is antique now. That means I'm an antique. Woohoo! Yay! anyhow, I'm still trying to make it look like these are actual leaves out of a children's book. Maybe. I'm not sure. And I could have gone a lot farther. And I updated my Poe page with the little circle dots that I punched out of the sticker paper because I forgot to do that yesterday. And I mean, I am working with limited skills here. There's the Presidio in San Francisco. I got distracted by this map. If you don't know, I love maps. Love maps. As much as I love journaling, I love maps. So then I'm thinking, okay, I don't want to cover up the Yosemite on the map. And then I'm thinking, how can I use this page next door, even though it opens up into other things, which I've already done most of. I still want to use the outside of this page as a continuation of the same page. So make it like one huge spread. Not huge. It's only like 9 by 7. But anyhow, there was too much white going on, and I decided to color in the San Francisco city streets with green. So San Francisco just got a lot of green. Yay, they need it. Anyhow, so I glued it onto the pages of my junk journal, and I morphed into Junk Journal July, is what I'm trying to say here too. I already had this junk journal made, because when you have as much paper as I do, it kind of needs to be used. And I have some junk journals pre-assembled. My husband's car is going somewhere. I wonder where he's going. Anyhow, so I decided to lay them in this direction to kind of give the impression of the leaves, but not cover up the map portion of the park, Yosemite. And then I thought, okay, how can I do some journaling on here? And I wanted to do something about the oak trees in the valley and how many other trees might be in danger in Yosemite with this horrible fire. So what I wrote was, all the broad-leafed trees of the region happen to be deciduous except the Kenyan live oak and the California laurel. So this is a Kenyan live oak, right? That's our story, and we're sticking to it, even though it's from some kind of oak tree that grows along the water on a lake in South Carolina. But it is what it is. And then I decided to add some more stats about the fire, since I haven't done one of those in a page or two. Currently, as of yesterday, July 15th, it was 4,822 acres, 37% contained. 1,500 fire crews are fighting it. Fire departments, 1,500 firemen, fire people of the fire, people of the fire crews. But I do think they're letting it go. They're training, they're hedging it out in areas where there are no people, and to get rid of debris, because you need to burn the fire floor every once in a while anyhow, which is how nature takes care of it. Anyhow, we're going to pray for the little possum again tonight, and if you're interested in Buy Buns classes, they're awesome, and especially this latest one, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.